Beneath the blazing desert sun, a stickman pharaoh steps from the sands, his crown nothing more than a triangle floating above his circle head. Yet in this land, even simple lines carry the weight of eternity. The Nile whispers behind him, promising life to a kingdom drawn by hand, yet etched with destiny. The stickman priests shuffle forward, their robes nothing but swaying lines. They raise their thin arms to the sky, calling upon gods shaped in hieroglyphs that dance like doodles come alive. Every offering feels both playful and sacred, as if the universe itself accepts the charm of simplicity. In the distance, workers of stick and curve drag colossal blocks across the golden earth. Their bodies wobble with effort, yet the pyramids rise. These triangles of destiny look almost too perfect in their geometric form, as if even the simplest drawing can capture eternity's weight. A stickman scribe leans over his papyrus, lines scratching lines. He records triumphs, floods, and whispers of gods. Though his circle head bobs with exhaustion, his work will outlive kings, etched in symbols that future stickmen will puzzle over like cosmic riddles from the past. The Nile glimmers as boats of line and loop float upon it, their sails fluttering with swipes of imagination. Traders and travelers arrive, bringing stories shaped as much by myth as by truth. Even in their stick frames, the weight of culture feels undeniable, flowing like water itself. Beneath the moon, the goddess Isis is drawn into the night sky, her wings nothing more than stretched arcs. Yet her presence hums through the air, protecting her people of lines and circles. Stickman children sleep soundly, dreaming of gods they can barely sketch, yet fully believe. In the marketplace, laughter sparks between vendors. Bread is exchanged, beads glimmer, and dates pass hand to hand. Even as stickmen, their joy radiates like sunlight on stone. Simplicity doesn't dim their humanity. It makes their stories sharper, clearer, timeless. A pharaoh's chariot thunders through the scene, horses drawn in 4 strokes each, but their power undeniable. Dust rises as he rides, his stick arms holding a bow, arrows soaring across invisible skies. War here is simple, yet the courage behind it feels eternal. Priests gather in temples carved with lines upon lines. They chant, their stick heads swaying, invoking gods whose images loom far larger than their own thin forms. The air trembles with belief, a rhythm older than time, where even crude drawings hold infinite reverence. At the banks of the Nile, lovers meet beneath palm trees. Their hands, just 2 strokes crossing, hold more meaning than 1,000 words. In their circle faces, no details are drawn, yet you can feel the warmth, the tenderness, the promise of a future under the desert stars. When the floods arrive, the Nile stretches wide, blessing the land. Stickman farmers scatter seeds into mud, watching sprouts curl upward. With only lines and loops, their hope feels radiant, proof that even the simplest life is worthy of grand epics. In the temple halls, a stickman pharaoh kneels before Osiris, who towers with an elongated crown drawn in 2 strokes. The god's form is simple yet mighty, radiating judgment. A feather floats in the air, balancing on the scale of truth, deciding the fate of mortal lines. A mummy stirs within the pyramid's dark halls. Wrapped in uneven stripes, the stick figure shuffles, forever bound to legend. Torches flicker, casting shadows like hieroglyphs across the wall. Even in such simplicity, the afterlife feels vast, mysterious, infinite. The desert storm rises, lines whipping across the horizon. Sand swallows paths, covers temples, erases footprints. Yet, the pyramids stand, triangles against chaos. Their silent geometry whispers, empires may fade, but legacy is unerasable. A Stickman artisan hammers away, carving gods into stone. His strokes are rough but sure, embedding faith into walls that will outlive him. His circle head nods in rhythm, each tap echoing across centuries until even silence feels sculpted. In the court, dancers spin like swirling loops, arms swaying in arcs of elegance. Music thrums from drawn harps and pipes, their sounds invisible, yet alive in the imagination. The pharaoh smiles, his simple face filled with joy, as art weaves magic into the night. A soldier returns, weary from battle. His stick armor is nothing but a grid of lines, his shield a circle held tight. He lays his weapon down, bowing before the temple flame. War is simple in form, but heavy in weight, carved into every motion. The sun god Ra rises each dawn, a circle within a circle blazing across the sky. Stickman villagers tilt their heads, their simple faces glowing in reverence. The day begins anew, the cycle eternal, each sunrise a promise drawn in light. In a secret chamber, the pharaoh gazes upon his treasures, lines of gold, loops of jewelry, symbols carved in symmetry. Yet, even he knows that wealth cannot outshine the truth of mortality. The afterlife calls, and no riches can redraw destiny. The queen enters, her crown drawn with delicate spikes. She moves with grace, her lines flowing like the Nile itself. Though only strokes on a page, her presence commands awe. Her story one of power, wisdom, and heart unshaken by time. Stickman children chase each other around the columns, laughter echoing like wind in the stone halls. Their joy is unsketched, yet undeniable, a reminder that even in empires of gods and kings, it is the small lives that shape eternity. Night falls and stars bloom above the desert. Stickman astronomers trace constellations, connecting dots with simple strokes. They read the future in the heavens, believing that the sky itself is a scroll of destiny waiting to be unfolded. The pyramid interior glows with torchlight. Stickman workers haul treasures deep inside, sealing chambers with determination. Each stroke of effort becomes history, their nameless toil immortalized in silence, hidden from the world, yet forever alive. A Stickman thief creeps in the night, eyes darting in two dots of mischief. He tiptoes past traps of swinging lines and falling blocks. Though his adventure is simple in form, the tension cuts sharp, reminding us that greed is as ancient as glory. The desert quiets once more. Camels drawn with humps like half-moons stride across dunes. Caravans of stickmen march in long lines, their silhouettes like notes on a song of survival. The horizon swallows them, but their story lingers like an echo. At dawn, the pharaoh greets his people. His crown gleams, his staff steady in his stick hand. Behind him, the pyramids pierce the sky like eternal guardians. His rule is fragile, yet grand, a sketch upon the sands of time. The gods whisper in dreams. A stickman lies beneath linen sheets, visions dancing in his head, wings of Isis, the son of Ra, the scales of Ma'at. These images guide him, reassure him, bind him to a world both mortal and divine. The river flows endlessly, mirroring the journey of life. From birth to death, from circle to dest, every stickman is carried along, Yet within that flow lies beauty, the reminder that even the simplest lines can form a masterpiece. As centuries pass, sand buries temples, winds weather pyramids, and names fade into dust. Yet the stickman of ancient Egypt endure, not in stone, but in story. Their simple lines, their eternal struggles, their laughter and faith remain timeless. And so the desert holds its breath. The stickmen fade into the horizon, their circles glowing in the last light. Their legacy is not in complexity, but in clarity, proof that even the simplest drawings can tell the greatest tales.